Thomas from Nintendad here. Welcome to our review of Snack World: The Dungeon Crawl Gold, published and developed for the Nintendo Switch by Level 5. This action RPG puts you in the shoes of a self-named protagonist who, of course, has amnesia. You awaken to find yourself outside the gates of Tutti Frutti. It doesn't take long for the narrow-minded king and his egocentric daughter, Princess Melonia, to employ you. You'll apply your skills at dungeon delving to help satisfy the whimsical urges of the princess, which change from minute to minute.
I want it!
It's in your hands!
After plodding along in typical role-playing story arcs, you eventually learn of a diabolic plot by none other than the titan of industry, Sultan Vinegar. Flashbacks come to your avatar unveiling destruction carried out by the Sultan. Knowing the evil influence he has, it's not hard to desire revenge. My name is Benito Lasagna. You burned my village. Prepare to fry. The story in Snack World isn't groundbreaking by any means. In fact, it's as cookie-cutter as they come. What separates this tale from the multitude of other role-playing games is the writing and humor. Evident from the start of the game, the writing has every intention of poking fun of itself and other RPGs. They constantly break the fourth wall, and humor is sprinkled throughout. Some jokes may not be appropriate for a younger audience, but I suspect most of those would go over their heads anyway. Though the voice acting is sparse, and yes, they make fun of budget constraints about that, all of the enemies have one-liners which made me chuckle. It was refreshing to hear wisecracks from fallen foes.
My aching! So long, to dust!
Snack World is first and foremost an action RPG. Though it titles itself a dungeon crawler, I personally wouldn't attach that label. You embark on one quest at a time. Snack World is all about getting into the action quickly. There are 3 different types of maps outside of town. The first is a small static map. Though there's a variety of these, they don't change and can be completed quickly. The second is randomly generated and typically consist of 2 labyrinths. There are a lot of secrets hidden through these levels, so keep your eyes peeled, including varied enemies and traps to hinder your progress. Finally is the boss level, which is typically a large open area. Defeat only punishes you by the loss of your time. If you die in the dungeon, you'll keep any items, cash, or snacks that you found.
The way of the ninja is fraught with danger.
Speaking of snacks, after defeating an enemy, you have the chance of taking a photo of them with your mobile device. Doing so allows you to use that monster, person, robot. Okay, I'll just call them snacks. You can use that snack to assist you in battle. You'll eventually be able to assign 3 snacks to follow you in dungeons. They act on their own, just not to their best capability, occasionally shirking combat or not rescuing you when you've been KO'd. In addition, you can set 6 pocket snacks. A pocket snack allows you to transform into that set creature or person for a set amount of time, which is pretty cool to play as many different characters. It was addictive collecting various enemies and testing out different party combinations. It's important to note that the snacks you take into battle and your gear play a huge role in your success. Bosses 10 levels lower could trounce me because I insisted on using my favorite snack, weapon, or armor. Dungeons will punish you if you're ill prepared.
Welcome.
I found the aiming system to be a little hit or miss, especially when trying to use your special attack. There's no range indicator, and locking onto your enemy seemed kind of useless. My other frustration was in the camera angles. You don't get free rein to position the camera, which made exploring and combat occasionally confusing and tedious. As for your gear, they are called Jaras. Jaras are essentially weapons, tonics, or shields that are shrunken down to fit on your keychain. The right trigger lets you swap between the different weapons, and it'll automatically select the best weapon to vanquish the foe you're currently targeting. There's a fair amount of customization from the loot you find. You can strengthen weapons and craft outfits. There's a lot of variety in what you can wear. Your clothes are all determined by 3 characteristics: the brand, the color, and the style. Every day in the real world, there are set requirements based on those 3 characteristics. The better you can match your outfit to those requirements, the better the loot you'll find. The art style is very cute and colorful. There's a lot of variety in the locales and characters. The music is likewise upbeat with catchy tunes, and even one that's kind of crappy, or it's about crap or something. Anyway, the sound effects are well done, and as pointed out earlier, the one-liners from the enemies are as creative as their names. I didn't run into any technical issues. Snack World performed tastefully both in docked mode and handheld mode. Snack World does not feature couch co-op on a single console. Multiplayer is available, but you will need an online subscription or a friend with their own copy to connect for local play. Snack World: The Dungeon Crawl Gold is a well-imagined action RPG for this generation. It is infused with humor and is designed for the collector in mind and caters to the time-budget gamer. Though the cutesy graphics make it look like a walk in the park, it is challenging at times, and the bosses will keep you on your toes. Slightly held back by stiff camera angles and a problematic aiming system, Snack World is still a satisfying entree to add to your Switch smorgasbord. With loads of post-game content, it's a bargain for the price. Without further ado, I wrap up Snack World: The Dungeon Crawl Gold with a Nintendad score of 4 out of 5. Thanks for watching, and have a savory day.